In this video, I will show you how to create custom GPTs and how to publish them to the official GPT store so that you can get paid. For more on the pros and cons of building and using custom GPTs from the official GPT store, check out my other video, which is linked in the description. Stick around to the end of this video for 3 ideas for custom GPTs that you can build that can help you keep track and stay on track of whatever goals that you have, whether they're fitness, business, or careers. I put this at the end because it'll make so much more sense after you've learned how to actually create these GPTs. There are exactly 3 building blocks available to create any custom GPT. The first one is custom instructions. This is the only one that's actually required, no matter what custom GPT you're building. The second one is custom knowledge. This is optional. And third, custom actions, which is also optional. We'll get into each of these throughout the rest of the video. I have not seen any video that covers all 3 of these that does not require some coding or use some third-party automation or no-code tool like Zapier, Make, or Retool. Even the official OpenAI demo for custom GPT uses Retool.
We're using Retool here to wrap the Asana API.
In this video, I will use exclusively ChatGPT. We're going to create a custom GPT that tells you the weather for a city, but also shows you a visualization that helps you know what it feels and looks like in that weather. Let's start creating our custom GPTs with the first building block I mentioned, custom instructions. From the Explore GPT screen, click Create. This brings you to the GPT Builder chatbot. We'll skip the GPT Builder and go right to the configurator. For name, we'll type visual weather. In description, we'll type weather forecast for the day, including casual and business casual style ideas for the weather. For instructions, we'll paste the instructions, which I've already prepared, that says our custom GPT will provide a description and an image visualization of today's weather forecast. Feel free to pause the video to see the description I've put in there. Next, we'll add a profile picture by clicking this circle and then selecting the DALL-E option so that it helps us generate the picture. And this is good enough. So we're ready to test. On the right-hand side, we'll test it by typing Houston, Texas. After a brief moment, it provides our image and text description of the weather. It works. To publish this to the GPT store, we click Save. This gives us the options only me, anyone with link, or everyone. This last option is the one that actually puts this in the GPT store. And we'll have to select a category, let's say lifestyle, then confirm, and that's it. We can go to the GPT store, find the GPT by searching for visual weather, which is the name we gave it. We see that it pops right up, and we can test it again, this time by typing, let's say, New York City. Once again, we get our image and the weather forecast. Now let's add custom knowledge. Custom knowledge allows us to add useful information that might not be available on the internet and that's customized for us and our GPT task. It could include user guides, manuals, any text you can imagine. Here, I'm going to add my personal size guide. One caveat is that the text should be in PDF. So I upload this. Now, we don't even have to update the GPT instructions. Just by uploading the size guide, I can now ask the GPT for help with remembering the size that I need for any piece of clothing. Let's test it by asking about Lagos, Nigeria. This time it encounters an error creating the image, but it automatically retries. It does this twice until it finally produces the image we're looking for, along with the weather forecast. Now I can ask it for the size of dress shoes and athletic shoes that I need. It uses the custom knowledge to give me the correct personalized response. Moving on to custom actions. Custom actions are used when you want your GPT to talk to other tools or software. This is done via something called an application programming interface or API. This should make more sense as we go along. So let's jump right into it. We're going to talk to the US National Weather Service to get weather alerts for the state. As usual, we'll start with Explore GPT, then we'll click Create. And from there, again, we'll go to the Configure tab. For the name, let's type Get Weather Alerts. For description, let's type Weather Alerts from the US National Weather Service. For instructions, we'll keep it as simple as can be. I'll just type use the actions to get weather alerts. Skipping to the actions, we'll click Create New Action. The first option is for choosing authentication. There are three options: non-API key and OAuth. Your selection is dictated by the actual service that we're talking to. The one that we're talking doesn't require any, so we'll choose none. Schema. This is just a description of the service we will be talking to. Custom GPT actions require the description to be in the form of something called OpenAI specifications. But don't let this confuse you. We'll use ChatGPT to help us figure it out. First, let's go check out the documentation for the API at the National Weather Service. We want to call this API right here, which gets alerts for states. There's a helpful example right there about how this works. Let's just copy this. Now we'll use ChatGPT to assist us. I'll go to a new ChatGPT screen and simply ask it, can you create an OpenAI specification for this? And we'll paste the request from the National Weather Service. And bam, we have a schema we can test. We copy it and go back to the GPT schema field in the custom actions. And as soon as we paste it, we see there's an error. But let's continue using ChatGPT to help us. I'll copy the error and paste it back into that ChatGPT window that gave us the schema. And we see that it provides a helpful explanation of what's missing, and even more helpfully, it updates the schema. I'll copy that new schema, paste it into our custom action, and we see there's no error this time. So let's go ahead and test it. When I click test, it asks if I want to allow ChatGPT to talk to this service. We'll say allow, and bam, it's successful. You can see it talked to the weather service by making a call and setting the area as the state of California, and it got this response back with alerts for Ventura County beaches and others like San Luis Obispo and so forth. With that, we can go ahead and hit save. This time, I'll save it only to me. Once that's saved, I can go and find the GPT or click on it and then test it, this time using Miami, Florida, and once again, success. So now you know how to build custom GPTs from scratch using custom instructions, custom knowledge, and custom actions. Here are 3 ideas for building custom GPTs to help you track and meet your goals. Each one builds on the next with increasing usefulness. The first custom GPT you can create is one that gives you a fresh, inspiring vision board every time you use that custom GPT. The second custom GPT you can create reminds you of your goals and your steps for meeting those goals, and it does this with the help of custom knowledge. The third custom GPT uses custom actions to give you actionable links to tasks in your Asana, Evernote, or Notion database that helps you meet your daily goals and targets. If you want me to create videos about how to make these GPTs, let me know in the comments. That's it for today. Thanks so much for watching.